This soap is seriously spiraling out of control, and honestly, it's just not as fun to watch anymore. We've been there, done that with the whole serial killer plot. So why did we have to kill off Dex? It's so obvious that Cyrus is the mastermind behind everything, but seriously, who else could it be at this point? And Nina, don't even get me started. How dare she stand there and tell Willow to take the kids and support her behavior? She's supposed to be the mom, not a cheerleader for her daughter's mistakes. If anything, she should be telling Willow what she did was wrong, not encouraging more bad decisions. But of course, Carly walks in just in time to set things straight. And Gio's line today? Priceless. Wait till Uncle Sonny finds out. Spot on. And poor Jocelyn. She's gotta bury another boyfriend. This is just too much. How many more does she have to lose? At this point, it feels like a cruel joke. Honestly, if someone had to get killed off, why couldn't it have been Trina? Instead, we're stuck watching them ruin a good couple. Willow, as messed up as she isn't the only one who's ever cheated. Carly, Tracy, the whole bunch of them need to chill and let Michael and Willow figure out their own marriage. Besides, Willow's the kid's mom. She can take them whenever she wants, at least until Michael decides to do something about it and file for divorce. But honestly, I can't blame Willow. With Carly whispering in Michael's ear, it's only a matter of time before he tries for sole custody. And don't even get me started on Drew. He's about to egg Michael on. And unless there's something in it for him, I don't see him lifting a finger to help Willow keep the kids. Nina may have the money, but Michael's got the power. Speaking of power, Carly. That face she made at the end today, oof, Carly's claws are definitely out. Watch out, people. Nobody messes with her kids. I love it. Go get 'em, Carly. I still can't believe they killed Dex. Poor Joss. This is the second guy she's lost to death in her young life. I get that the plot needed some drama, but could they have at least given Dex a fighting chance as a character? Maybe have him miraculously revived and then discover the whole extra medication thing. Seems like a missed opportunity. And Willow, seriously, stop listening to your mom. Nina doesn't care about you. She's only worried that if Michael gets custody, she'll never see her grandkids again. Why is Willow running away? You claim to love your husband and kids, then fight for them. Don't just give up and run. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. Nina seriously overplayed her hand trying to manipulate Willow and snatch the kids. Michael isn't going to let that happen. There's no way he's keeping Willow from them. But leave it to Carly to shut that down immediately. Team Carly all the way. And what's with Cyrus? Is he really just going around killing people for no reason? Meanwhile, Ned and Tracy were killing me with their reactions. Drew tells everyone to turn it off, and Tracy's all, no, let it play. I swear, I love that woman. While everyone else is in shock, Ned and Tracy are just sitting there laughing. I can't stop laughing either. Seriously though, I'm so glad Carly stopped Nina and Willow from making off with the kids. Willow's got some nerve, blaming Michael when she was in this mess from the start. She's known longer than him, and don't even get me started on Drew trying to deflect. Typical. At least a lot of people saw it go down. Jane Elliott is crushing it this year. Tracy has evolved so much, from her moments with Finn and Violet to cracking me up with the no line. She absolutely deserves an Emmy for this. I'm living for her character. And Carly, fired up, going off on Drew and Willow. As a mom, I don't care how old your kids are. You hurt mine, Mama Bear is coming at you. Go Carly. So, let me get this straight. Dex is supposed to be some kind of high priority target, and yet nobody thought to put a guard on him. Sure, that makes sense. Carly though, don't even think about poking the Mama Bear. She'll tear you to shreds. And seriously, how much longer until Willow gets to see just how amazing her mom and hero are? Drop the bomb already, because I'm so ready. As for this storyline, I just can't. If I wanted to watch sports, I'd, watch sports. It's not like they haven't already taken away most of our soaps, our rights, and shoved products down our throats, not just in commercials, but in the shows themselves. Oh, and let's not forget the extra 3 or 4 hours of news we're supposed to sit through now. Now we have to endure more sports too. Great, time to switch channels. Okay, I get it. They have to bring in new characters, whatever. But honestly, Dex was cool. Joss's love life, a dumpster fire, Cyrus, pure chaos, and I'm here for it. Portia? Yeah, she's on the chopping block next for messing with test results. Bye, girl. But hey, I'm so glad Tracy's back. She's the only one who's holding it all together. Now, Drew and Willow, they really have no one to blame but themselves. I'm not exactly a Willow fan, but even I can see that the writers totally butchered her character. Drew, he deserves to lose Aurora, and honestly, the fireworks at the Quartermain's house, they were a mess. Not just Drew and Willow, but Michael and Sasha. Yeah, they both knew what they were doing was wrong, but they went ahead and got together after a night of drinking anyway. It's like a soap opera in itself. And then we've got Sasha, who's about to drop the bomb that she's pregnant with Michael's baby. That's going to go real well. The kids? Well, they're the ones who are going to suffer for all these adult screw-ups. Poor Scout, Willie, and Amelia. Meanwhile, Cyrus is still pulling strings. And now he's made sure Dex is going to have complications after surgery. Guess who's going to get blamed for Dex's death? Yep, Elizabeth. Classic. That was absolutely spectacular. Everything I could have hoped for. And thanks to Carly and Tracy, it was, well, let's just say all that in a bag of chips. The video was just the opening act, and then things really went off the rails. Drew, in his infinite wisdom, thought it would be a brilliant defense strategy to dig up all of Tracy and Ned's past baggage and start pointing fingers at their old mistakes. Yeah, Drew, that's totally going to win everyone over. Wrong move. Then there's Tracy, strutting over to Nina and whispering in her ear, "Your daughter sleeping with the man you've gotten so close to must really sting." You'd think Nina might let it go after that, especially with the way her eyes looked like a deer caught in the headlights. But no, true to Nina form, she just couldn't resist taking full advantage of the distraction, rushing off to her house to try and cart Willow's children away. Enter Carly, the real hero. Bless her, she stepped in, stopping them cold and making sure to call for backup. Now, imagine if the roles were reversed. If Michael had been the one to sneak into Willow's house, wake up the kids, and try to take them without telling her. How would that have changed things? Michael, just like Willow, has equal legal rights as a parent. Would you support him in the same situation? Because legally, he's got just as much say as she does. But let's not forget, Willow started the whole infidelity mess herself, and with her husband's uncle no less. Not exactly the victim here, despite what she might want you to believe. And don't even get me started on Nina. She's lying by omission, keeping quiet about the fact that she also slept with Drew. That's going to come back to bite her. Secrets on soap operas? They never stay secret for long. It's crazy how there's this double standard where Nina, just because she's a mom, somehow gets more rights. But that's not how it works. Michael would have every right to go to Nina's and take the kids back if he wanted to. That's the reality. It's almost entertaining to watch people go on and on about how Willow doesn't stand a chance against Carly, Michael, and their whole clan. As if Willow is just going to sit back and let Carly threaten and bully her. Newsflash, Willow's not having it. But here's the kicker, everyone keeps proving Nina right about her fear of Carly and Michael. We all know how ruthless those two can be, especially when it comes to using children as pawns. So keep it up, guys, just keep proving Nina's point. Honestly, I'm so disappointed with GH right now. Killing off Sam and Dex, and completely ruining Michael and Willow? What was the point of all that? I can't even wrap my head around it. And let's not forget, Nina and Drew made a pact after their first encounter. The plan was for Drew to manipulate Willow into trusting Nina again, and in return, Nina would help Drew get closer to McConkey. Remember when Willow went to Nina after her first kiss with Drew and said that it was Drew's honest character that attracted her? Well, if Nina had been a loving mother, she would have come clean about the pact and told Willow the truth. She would have exposed Drew for the fraud he is, pretending to be all about honesty while secretly kissing Willow and sleeping with Nina. But no, Nina didn't want to lose Drew, so she kept quiet and let Willow continue to worship him, all while putting her own marriage and family in jeopardy. Let's be real, if Nina had been upfront with Willow from the start, none of this would have happened. Even better, if Nina hadn't made that shady pact with Drew to manipulate her own daughter into trusting her again, and had instead earned that trust the right way, we wouldn't be in this mess. But once again, Nina's selfishness ruins another family. And as for Dex, if GH had bothered to give him a real storyline, maybe. Thanks to Nina's advice, Willow has ended up avoiding accountability. Taking off with the kids is hardly the responsible move after everything that's happened. If Willow truly loved Michael and wanted to come clean, she should have stayed and had an honest conversation with him. Instead, she's running away. Willow really needs to decide what's more important, trying to rebuild the trust with her family and husband, or walking away from them for someone who might not deserve her loyalty. I have a feeling that Felicia might have been involved in stabbing Dex. She's acting a bit suspicious. If she did it, that would put Anna in a difficult spot, having to arrest her ex-sister-in-law and close friend. I hope I'm wrong, but it's starting to look like she might be the one. Then there's Willow's reasoning for not telling Michael about her night with Drew. She said she was waiting until after Christmas so the kids could have one last family Christmas. But then she wakes them up in the middle of the night and takes them from their father because she got caught with their great uncle. How does that fit with her plan of giving the kids a last family Christmas? It seems like she made her own emotions the priority, rather than considering what was best for her children. And has anyone thought back to any interactions between Sam and Cyrus? We know why he killed Dex, but it still feels like there's more to this story. As for Willow taking the kids, I get why people are divided. While it's true Michael didn't threaten her outright, he's known about the affair for weeks and kept quiet. That silence can be interpreted as him planning something. Why wouldn't Willow and Nina think he might try to take the kids? It seems like the only leverage he has. Considering Michael was raised by Sonny and Carly, being strategic in these situations isn't exactly a stretch. Nina's advice wasn't completely out of line. In fact, many people have expressed they thought Michael might try to punish Willow in this way. It's interesting to see the shift in how people are reacting now. Portia was probably talking to Elizabeth in those previews, hinting at having to step back from seeing patients. Seems like some big shift is coming, right? Now, as for Nina's frantic rush to get Willow and the kids away from the Q estate, well, that's pretty simple to explain. Nina wants to isolate Willow, keeping her in the dark about what she's been up to with Drew. If she can get Willow away from everyone, she can control the narrative. But the irony? Sneaking the kids away from Michael for no good reason just makes Willow look terrible. Classic Nina. It's always about her, always wrong, and always at the worst possible time. Speaking of frustrating, why does Carly constantly steal the spotlight in scenes that should be about Michael? Like, seriously, she's been taking over these moments that could have given the actor a chance to shine. Take the whole Wiley secret reveal, for example. And yesterday, Michael just stood there, looking like a lifeless mannequin while Carly did her thing. I get it, the writers love Carly, but why must they make Michael look like an emasculated mama's boy every time? It's beyond annoying. And Dex? Don't even get me started, 'cause Death definitely didn't get the same kind of send-off as Sam's. Not saying it should have been the same, But if they were going to kill him off, couldn't they have done it on an episode that wasn't already crammed with major plot twists like Willow and Drew's big reveal? His death still matters, especially to Jocelyn, the PCPD, and a bunch of other storylines. Yet it feels like his entire arc got lost in the shuffle. Honestly, Dex had so much potential with that backstory, but the writers never seemed to know what to do with him. What a wasted opportunity. Honestly, I really wanted to give Nina some credit for stepping up for her daughter when everything went south. I've always hoped she could have a relationship with Willow, but Nina just keeps making it impossible. Her relationship with Willow is dead before it even started, and when Willow learns the full truth, Nina will have done what she does best, take everything she wanted and ruin it. Classic Nina move. When Willow finally finds out Nina's been sleeping with Drew this whole time, while Willow was busy drooling over him, she's going to be livid. Not only will Willow realize that Nina could have stopped her from falling for Drew at any time by simply telling her the truth, but it will hit her. Her marriage is in jeopardy now because Nina couldn't just be honest for once. At that point, Willow will finally see Nina for exactly who she is. Surprise, surprise. Oh, and Willow pulling her kids out of bed in the middle of the night to take them out of their home. Brilliant move. I'm sure Michael's loving that in the custody battle. Nothing says, I'm a responsible parent, like putting your drama ahead of your kid's need for sleep. Sure, let's drag them into a situation that's clearly about you too, while they should be in bed, nice and cozy. Way to go, Willow. Real solid decision-making there. Now on to General Hospital. I'm just going to say it. I'm starting to get a very bad feeling about where this is heading. And no, I'm not talking about just this week's plotline. Remember how Loving ended? Yeah, that's where we might be going. The talk about firing Sam, her untimely demise, and Dex's shocking death has me wondering if the show is quietly trying to clear the stage for its final curtain. Not saying it's for sure, but I'm not optimistic. As for Sam's death, please don't even try to tell me it was Dex. We got a close-up of Cyrus holding the syringe, injecting Sam, so that's pretty much a done deal. Dex was awake, sure, but unless the writers are planning to insult our intelligence with a ridiculous twist, he had nothing to do with it. And as for the Cassadines, yeah, they're back, after the mind collapse. Hypnotizing Elizabeth? Sure, why not? Just keep throwing in random plot lines and see if any of it sticks. I'm just waiting for the next disaster to unfold. What if Felicia's the mastermind behind the hospital deaths, and maybe even the whole bank account fiasco with Ava and Rick? Just throwing that out there, she could very well be a total villain in disguise. And seriously, no cameras in the hospital? Where I'm from, hospitals aren't exactly open-door affairs. You have to show ID, state who you're visiting, and get a name tag. But in Port Charles, people just stroll in and out like it's a public park. It's laughable. Oh, and don't even get me started on Dex. He's a cop, got stabbed, and they couldn't even spare a guard at his door. Anna, this one's on you. As for Nina, the only thing that's changed about her is her direction. She's always wanted those kids just to hurt people, not love them. Let's not forget how she used Drew to help her try to play mommy to Willow. It's all about Nina getting what she wants. She can't even be honest with Willow about what went down between her and Drew. Classic Nina. Dr. Gannon, the man's a walking disaster. He operated on Sam, and she died. He operated on Dex, and guess what? Another death. Cyrus may be pulling the strings, but the good doctor will get the blame in the end. Nina's expressions, though, priceless. Like when she said Michael has connections on both sides of the law. Really? That's your big revelation? How old are we again? And Willow? Don't even get me started. Acting like Michael recording her was some deliberate attack. Girl, calm down. Then there's Drew, sitting there acting like Michael has no idea what Willow's about. What kind of uncle are you? Maybe Jason needs to come back and knock some sense into him. But Carly? Carly was on fire today. Loved how she handed Willow the truth, no sugarcoating. Nina, meanwhile, couldn't be more irritating if she tried. Instead of being honest with Willow about her and Drew sneaking around, she pulls the classic Nina move, manipulate and distract. She's obviously trying to beat Michael to the punch by getting the kids over to her place. Oh, and for anyone who thinks a mom taking her kid isn't kidnapping, trust me, if neither parent has custody and the other one wants to make an issue of it, that's a very legal problem. Thank goodness Carly caught Nina in the act. And then Willow has the nerve to tell Carly, what happens next has nothing to do with you. Honey, Carly lives for this kind of drama. She's practically counting the seconds until Sonny finds out. Not for nothing, but Carly's been pulling this stunt for years. She took Michael from AJ, Joss from Jax, and, let's be real, she took the kids every time she left Sonny. It's just what they do. So when Willow decided to go to her mom's instead of leaving the country, it wasn't about running away. It was about making sure Michael and Carly didn't just swoop in and steal her kids. Now, imagine how Carly would react if she knew Michael cheated and got Sasha pregnant. That's the real kicker, right? Honestly, nobody would have said a word if Carly had told Michael, "Grab the kids, we're out of here." But because it's Nina, people are up in arms. If it were Carly, everyone would be cheering. Let's not kid ourselves, Michael is no saint. He's just like his mom, a chronic cheater. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.